Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of Stocks with You. I'm your host, Ulises Herrera, and guys, without further ado, let's get to it, guys. We're back at it with Dogecoin. What is going on with Dogecoin? I'm going to talk to you about what's going on with Dogecoin. We're going to go over a little bit of Ethereum and Bitcoin, guys. Alrighty guys, a couple of videos ago I mentioned to you guys that we had, Dogecoin. I pushed out a video around here, around this area, and I let you guys know that we were in around this area. I let you guys know that we were, possibly gonna break down and probably hit the 22 cent level, and which we did. I mentioned that in this channel that we are seeing right here, we were gonna either get a bounce or break down, which actually my price prediction was almost dead on, and we hit the bounce on the 23 cent level. We got a little bounce, and then boom, we have a little pop. Guys, you want to be careful if you're day trading Dogecoin. Long-term holders, this is really not a long-term holder video, guys. This is for somebody that's either trying to get into a Dogecoin trade for a long-term, or is going to do a Dogecoin short-term day trade or multi-day trade. As you guys saw, there's plenty of fake outs all the time. We had a little volume come up here. We hit the 27 cent area, 28, but really we have resistance here, guys. We have a point of resistance here at the 29 cent area, and then we have another point of resistance around the 34 cent area, guys. We haven't been able to break those points of resistance. Now, as I mentioned to you guys, we were getting towards the dangerous side of Dogecoin, because in the overall long term, Dogecoin is losing some steam and it's losing some volume, guys. In that, I'm not saying that this is forever, guys. I'm just talking about now. We're just talking about the trades that are going on right now. And before, when I told you guys that Dogecoin was inevitably, I don't even know that's a word. Sorry, guys. I told you guys that there was a very high likelihood that Dogecoin, when I told you guys Dogecoin was right here, I was calling it out, and I told you guys that Dogecoin was going to start to break down, and here it is, guys. We have the volume that Dogecoin is going to start to break down eventually. Maybe we come down below in this channel and touch the 15 cent area. Now, guys, one or two things can happen. Once again, the volume here is not massive. So the dump volume is not massive, so it leads me to believe that there is not much strength behind the dump. Dogecoin has been showing some resilience, some strength, given for what everybody says about Dogecoin, that is a meme coin, that there's no substance, there's no fundamentals behind it. It has been holding strong, and that's what we want, guys. That's what we want, because we want Dogecoin to hold strong and succeed and hold higher lows in the future. Every time it goes high, we want it to come down but hit a new high. We want the new resistance to be higher than it was before in the previous months, which we do have somewhat right here. I am a little worried that we are starting to see a break above down here on the MACD, because whenever we see that usually doesn't lead to very many good things, guys. As you guys could see, the last time that happened, follow me down here to the MACD. The last time that happened, that we started to break down, well, we saw quite the dump. As you guys could see, there it is. We saw the dump. It's unfortunately starting to happen now. It wasn't a huge dump, but yeah, it was significant enough to where was it? It was right here around the 70 cent area, and we dropped down to about 34%, which is an average dump for Dogecoin whenever we hit new all-time highs. We usually drop 30 to 50%, which is, it's not unusual to see that in Dogecoin, but we also see major recoveries, guys. But as I mentioned, I was telling you guys when Dogecoin was still here that it was gonna touch and go here and possibly do all this. We haven't even seen all this, guys, so that means we're not really out of the woods yet. We're looking like we're holding strong, but look, if you're in a Dogecoin trade or thinking about Dogecoin trade, make sure you are careful because we are starting to break down again, guys. Granted, there is not a huge dump volume, but we are starting to lose steam. Dogecoin has not crossed the 27 or even the 27 to 34 range area, which is the major point of resistance. We haven't crossed that. It doesn't look like we're even getting near there. So in my prediction, I think Dogecoin may be having a drop, a more significant drop in the next coming days, guys. That's not based on feelings. I'm not saying that Dogecoin is a bad, a cryptocurrency. Nothing at all. I'm just talking about fundamentals and technical analysis of what the charts are showing us, guys. That's not to say that Dogecoin is not gonna, do great in the future. This has nothing to do with the long-term future of Dogecoin. This is just for the immediate short term. If you're thinking about getting into a Dogecoin trade, or you're thinking about buying long-term coins, this is for you guys. You guys want to pay attention to what's going on. So as you guys could see, we had a little bounce, and then we're starting to see some slight volume here, like it wants to go up. Sometimes what we see is, we get these what it's called like a little whale splash, and then boom, we could see it go back up here again. But unfortunately, as I mentioned, the MACD in the 1 day chart, which is the main chart that that shows you trades from, this is 1 day, this is 1 day, this is 1 day. So this is a couple of months here. Unfortunately, we are starting to break down, guys. So you guys may be wanting to pay attention, being very careful on Dogecoin. Do I think we're gonna break down from the channel? I think it's a high possibility. I wouldn't recommend anybody going into a Dogecoin trade at this moment. It's all my speculations, guys. I am not a professional, so please, don't. If you have a different opinion, feel free to state it. But once again, guys, this is just my personal opinion, what I would be doing if I were you. Now we have touched the channel again. We touched the channel, and then we're getting the bounce. So it's slightly good news, but also we broke the channel, guys. Usually when you break the channel, you tend to go down into the channel in the long term. Once again, just a heads up, be careful. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just giving you what the possible scenarios are for Dogecoin in the immediate to short to long term. And I'm talking immediate short, meaning the next couple, week or two, or even week. What you may be seeing out of Dogecoin, guys. We may be seeing it drop down again. We have some slight, some slight pops here. We have little fake outs, but unless we're breaking 34 cents, I really wouldn't be jumping into a long-term trade or a trade at all into Dogecoin, guys. So that's what is going on with Dogecoin. Let's go real quick into Bitcoin, everybody. So Bitcoin, as you guys could see, Bitcoin is in, let's look at the overall chart, guys. We've had some major dumpage on Bitcoin. And as I mentioned to you guys like 2 days ago that we were gonna have a little pop, it looks like we had a tiny little pop. It was so minuscule that it really didn't cost for much an actual trade that you could have gone into. We were at the $50,000 level when I called this out. We are now at the 52,000. That's 2,000, which is really not much. That's not even a 5% return. So once again, I told you I wasn't going to go into this trade because I didn't see any promise behind it, and we really haven't, guys. We are getting a slight pop here on the 4-hour chart, but in the overall 1 day chart, we're really not out of the woods yet, guys. We are starting to see some glimmer of hope. Some glimmer, guys. You see this green volume right here. This is for the overall day, meaning look, we're starting to see a little bit of strength, because right here we're getting close to the level of where we might actually start curling up. We might actually start curling up, and we may be seeing Bitcoin bounce off of here, guys, and really it really needs to break the $55,000 to $60,000 level for us to really be bullish again in going into a Bitcoin trade, guys. So just a heads up, just look out that Bitcoin it's starting to show a little bit of promise, but also as well, we got to be careful. I personally would not be going into a trade right now. If I was a Bitcoin holder, I wouldn't sell out. Of course, I have my long-term portfolio that I will never sell, but we're talking about short-term trades if you want to make some money, guys. Once again, it looks like we're starting to see some glimmer of hope for Bitcoin, because every time we start to see, you know, the MACD go off red, you know, then that usually means we're getting towards the end of the dump. Usually means we're going towards the end of the dump, or, you know, the dump is almost over. It could continue to go even down lower, guys. It could continue to just go like this again, and then eventually up here. But you guys really have to be careful if you're gonna go into a trade. I personally would not be going to a trade right now until I see confirm volume that it's saying that we're gonna go up. I would be going into a trade right here, guys. This is where you want to be going to a trade, when you're starting to see upward momentum and you're starting to see that green volume come in. That's guaranteed money, guys. If you want to go and make, you know, a multi-day trade, that's pretty guaranteed money, because if you had taken a trade here, you would have made a you would have made a 68% return in 19 days, guys. 19 days, 68% return by following the MACD, guys. Those are, you know, the MACD doesn't lie, and the results and you know, the price action doesn't lie. You take a trade here, you write it up, and then you go down once the MACD, you get out once the MACD starts to cross again. You start to dump once the MACD starts to cross again. Very, very obvious, guys. So for the immediate short term, I'm still going to be holding out on Bitcoin for a trade. I still have my long-term portfolio that I will never ever sell. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin, guys. It doesn't have a clear direction right now. You may want to wait for a confirmation of some actual volume coming in, some actual strength, you know, the MACD actually curling up and touching, you know, the other lines, so we know that we're in a confirmation bull uptrend. Right now, we're not exactly there yet, guys. We're starting to see some volume, but it's really not much, guys. Not much, not very convincing for me to take a trade. That's personally for me, I wouldn't be taking a trade right now. If you are in a trade, or if you're taking a trade, just keep an eye on it, guys. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just giving you some advice. Let's go to Ethereum, guys. Ethereum, where are we at on Ethereum? Okay, Ethereum, here you are. All right, Ethereum is looking like, let's go to the 1-day chart. That's where I take my main trades, guys. The Ethereum has been kind of really wonky lately. There's no clear direction. As you guys could see, we've been traveling in the $22,000 to $24,000 area for some time now. It's been you know, a couple of days where it really hasn't had a clear direction. It's up and down, it's up and down. As you guys could see, the MACD as well, it crosses, it wants to go down, and then it wants to recover, but it keeps going down. And right here, it looks like it wants to recover, but there's nothing clear. It's almost better to see a dump and a recovery than to see this price action where it's just like, we don't know what we want to do, but we'll see what happens. As you guys could see, it's starting to curl up somewhat again, and it looks like you may be going up, but once again, I'm not taking a trading tool. We have real confirmation, real volume that we are gonna go up, and right here, the volume, look at that. It's not much. I really wouldn't be taking a trade right now. I'm waiting for Ethereum to just curl up and go up and high, guys. Once again, if you would have followed the MACD, as I'm telling you, you would have seen that here, once the MACD starts to cross, boom, look at that. Look at that right here, guys. Once the MACD crossed, you would have entered into this trade and made some pretty nice gains right here. Here it is, guys. Boom, you would have gone in here. At minimum, you would have taken a trade here. You would have been up 113%. Had you just follow the MACD? You follow the MACD, you would have been 100%. Let's call it 100% in a matter of 13 days, guys. You know, you go in when it's starting to, you know, cross. you get out when it crosses again. Very simple, guys, very simple. Obviously there is no clear direction right now, so I would be careful. I wouldn't be going into a trade. I wouldn't be getting out of a trade. If you have long-term Ethereum, hold it, never sell it. But there, just a heads up, there's not a clear direction on what's gonna happen with Ethereum right now, guys. It's very, very choppy. There's no direction. Please be careful on that, guys. And once again, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bells if you guys want some updates. You know, my personal opinions on what's going on some of the crypto markets. I'm not a professional. I'm not a guru. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm just here to give you some insight of what I think is going on, some friendly advice. If you want to follow, if you want to take it, that's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you some pointers. And I will see you next time. And don't forget, you can always get out of the rat race too. Thank you for watching.